What's up everybody, today I'll talk about a heavenly script for gangs which is called AK47 Territory. This script allows the gangs to have their controlled areas marked on the map, have their own drug labs, easy member adding system and calling out airdrops. Let me show you the territory option. Type /territory to open the menu and click territory. As you can see, we have pre-configured multiple areas. Gangs can take control of these areas. It will look something like this on the map. You can add more areas if you want. Let me show you how you can add areas as gang territory. First, you need to go to the Add Territory option and select the name for the area. Then go to the area you just added and select the zone option to add zone. You can control the zone size. You can add multiple zones to a single area to make the area bigger. To control an area, gang members need to do some activities inside the area like selling drugs, spraying on walls, and even staying in the area. Let me show you how to use the spray. Go to the gang menu and then go to the graffiti option to select spray. You can choose between text and image. Let's go with the image first. There are already some images pre-configured and admin can also add new images if needed. You need to select the image and suitable size, then click done to start spraying. The more your gang members spray, the more influence you get for controlling the area. Now let me show you the text spray option. After typing the word you want to spray, select the font, color and size for the text. You can remove the spray of the other gang with the paint removal tool to decrease their influence. You can make a lot of information visible from the gang menu. Press the F5 button and the gang menu will pop up. Simply go to the settings and you will find three options. You can turn on the HUD to make your gang role visible. You can turn off the zone blip to hide the gang territory from the map for you. You can also turn on the area info to check the details about the zone. Admin can also turn on the dynamic zone option to give the players a different experience. With the dynamic zone activated, gang members can use the influence to take zones from anywhere. Let's move on to the gang option from the territory menu. There are already multiple gangs pre-configured and you can also create new gangs. To create a new gang, you need to go to the create gang option and choose a gang tag, gang label, and gang color. You can also add ranks for the gang, then press create to complete the process. After creating a gang, you can simply go to the gang and add a boss and members for the gang easily with the player ID. The best part is you can control the ranking and access option of a gang member from the manage member option. From the ranking option, you can promote or demote members. From the access option, you can select what access you want to give the player. Individual access system helps you to assign individual members for individual work. If gang boss gives a member inventory access, then that member can use the gang inventory. If the member is given the garage access, then he can use the garage and gang car. If he is given the racket permission, then he can collect the racket money. If he is given the labs permission, then he can use the labs. And finally, if he is given the boss access, then he can do everything with the gang menu what a boss can do. The same menu will be given to the boss as well. Gang boss can access the menu by pressing F5. Gang boss can set the garage in their controlled area from the gang menu. There are two options in the gang garage. One for your own where you can store personal vehicle and another for gang where you will find the common car assigned to your gang. When you spawn the gang car, it will come out with the color of your gang. Admin can add cars for the gangs. You need to go to the garage option and click add vehicle. You can set the vehicle label as you want and type the spawn name to add the vehicle in the gang garage. This garage feature saves you from the hassle of buying the same car and paying the cars from the mechanic. Let me show you the inventory option from the gang menu. You can set a common stash for the gang members in your controlled area. It can be set in open place or even inside a house. Admin can change the slot and weight amount of the stash from config. Gang boss can decide who will have the access of the stash. Let me show you the leaderboard option. You can check the leaderboard from the gang menu. The first option is player, where you can check the leaderboard for individual players. The second option is gang, where you will get the leaderboard for gangs. This option will give the gang members a motivation to keep their gangs at the top. Now I'll show you the airdrop function. If you have the flare stick, you can use it to your controlled area to call down a crate full of loots. You cannot use it in any congested area. You need to use the flare stick in an open space. When someone calls the airdrop, the surrounding place automatically becomes a red zone. That means anyone can come here and shoot anyone down. It also shows the altitude of the airdrop. Other players can try to loot the airdrop as well. You need to take care of them to secure it. Admin can add the loots for the airdrop by clicking the add item option. You need to select the item, then choose the minimum and maximum amount alongside the chance of getting the item. Now let me show you how to customize the airdrop function. Go to the settings from the airdrop menu and you will see a lot of options. The influence required option means you at least need this amount of influence in an area to call the drop. Then you can choose the number of cops and the number of gang members from a single gang required to call the drop. The zone radius is the zone that becomes the red zone. You can control the chance calculate multiplier. You can also select how much influence will be added if you can secure the drop. Cooldown amount is the time gap required between two airdrops. Last but not least, arrival time, which is the timer of the plane arrival after using the flare stick. Let me show you the racket option from the territory menu. There are a lot of racket areas pre-configured and you can add more if needed. There are places in each zone where you can collect cash after a certain period of time. To add a new racket area, simply go to the add racket option and choose name, money per interval, interval minutes, max money, currency, and collect delay. There is also option to alert other gangs and cops. After selecting suitable options, you will get to select an area. Look, it's done. You can easily delete it as well. Let me show you the labs. There's already 3 labs pre-configured in this script. Let me give you a quick tour of the labs. Let's start with the Coke lab. The visual represents that workers are working for the gang to process cocaine. You can find a laptop in every lab which can be used. You will find 2 options from the laptop. If you go to the access option, you can add supply which the workers will process, or you can collect the processed goods. From the get supply option, you can directly buy supply with the given price or steal supply for free at the given location. Well, it's not fully free though, it will cost a little bit of your blood. Okay, it costs a lot of blood. After killing everyone, search the marked body to get the key of the van. If you get on the van, it will show you the location where you need to take the van. Taking the van at the given location will give you the supply. Admin can go to the manage option of the lab to set the raw item which the workers will process. Then he can set the processed item. Admin can also set the delay, that means the timer requires for each product to process. Let me show you how to create a lab. Go to the Add Lab option and then choose the type. You have two types. One is owned by influence, that means the highest influence holder gang will get the lab. And another is owned by money, which means gang leader can buy it with money. Then you need to type the name and select what lab it will be. After confirming, you need to choose the lab entry point. After that, you need to choose the mission endpoint where you will be delivering the van. When you're done, go to the Manage option to set the raw item. You can select the item, choose supply price and max supply amount, minimum and maximum mission reward amount. Next, go to the Set Processed Item to select the item, choose quantity you will get from each raw item and max stock limit. Then you can set the required time to process each item. Let me show you the rest of the two labs. There is also a car in the city called MTL Briquette, which is a portable acid lab. You need to own the vehicle to use it. You can process the acid if you have the acid supply. To get acid supplied, either you can buy it directly or you can steal supply. In this case, the stolen van needs to be parked behind the MTL Briquette. Now I'll show you the NPC Drug Selling. Go to the Drug Sell option and select the item to start selling. You need the burner phone to sell drugs. Soon NPC characters will come to you and buy drugs. If they reject to take drugs, then there is a chance of them calling the police. NPC can also rob the drugs. Let me show you how to add a drug. Go to the Add Drug option and then select the item, minimum and maximum price NPC will offer, minimum and maximum amount of the item NPC will take, then choose the influence required amount and how much influence will be added per successful sale. Press confirm to make it done. If you have the AK47 Drug Manager V2 script, then these drugs will be pre-configured. If you don't have the Drug Manager V2 script, then you need to add your own drugs. Admin can change the settings of an individual item. You can change the maximum customer amount, customer delay, reject chance, rob chance, cop required to start selling, cop alert chance, other gangs alert chance, influence multiplier, auto selling, currency and minigame. That was all about the AK47 Territories script. You can get yours from the description down below. I'll see you in another video. Until then, stay safe.